I mean, I think, you know, if the budget that was presented to the District of Columbia Council, if it had stayed the same, if the amount of money that we take in to our government had not been reduced, then the office of the tenants advocate wouldn't have been reduced, and a lot of other things wouldn't have been reduced. I mean, you don't ever want to be a mayor who the year that you take into office, you face the worst recession that the city's seen since the 1930s. I mean, since we've taken over, the amount of local spending that we get from taxpayer dollars has gone down close to $1 billion. And of course, you have to spread that around. You don't want to be the mayor where, because of those reductions and the amount of personal income tax, sales tax, and property tax that come into the city, that you've got to lay people off. I mean, we've had to do that in our government as well. We've had to reduce every agency and how much money they spend and other programs. But I've been in the city my entire life, and I know what used to happen in the city. What used to happen in the city in the early and mid '90s is we would have deficits, we'd have problems, and there wouldn't be any tough decision making. And what would happen is the city's budget would be out of control, and everybody knows what happened in '95. The control board completely took over the city with the federal government. So it is my responsibility as the mayor to send a balanced budget to the council. And there's no easy choice. We didn't flatline and completely take away the Office of the Tenants Advocate. We didn't do that with any of our agencies. But as you said, to view anything in its extremes is not a healthy way to either look at the city or certainly not to manage the city. And so what we try to do is very strategically make reductions in places where we thought other places, other parts of the government could absorb. And the work I talked about by the Attorney General's office and by DCRA, and going in and doing these proactive inspections and suing the 23 most egregious slumlords in the city, we are essentially taking our Attorney General's office, our DCRA, our Department of Housing and Community Development, and all the other agencies that work with renters and tenants, and we're making those advocates as well. So then it's not just the $3 million in the Office of the Tenant Advocate that's disposable for our renter community, but the entire government itself that is an advocate for renters. And that's how I think we make up for the difference. And I'm sure when the budget rebounds, smaller funding streams like those will be rehabilitated.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I would ask if Chairman Gray would come up to the podium, and if Mayor Fenty, if you would stay and entertain a few joint questions so that the question asked of one can